basically productions of stories that might not ever get the chance to see the light of day. But we have the tools, we have the time, we have the people, we have the resources to help people find that voice. So really it's to do with the community. How can you enhance and help and inform? We really are a community tool. We recently made a project with a young chap called Brendan. His story really spoke to me because he wanted to tell a story that I hadn't been involved in a story like that before. I want to know other things, I want to learn, I want to be involved. I started filmmaking at the age of 16 but didn't really think about doing it as a profession until the age of 19. As a filmmaker, other filmmakers who influence me are people who talk about real stories. Social realism, Bill Forsyth, Ken Loach. I'm a big fan of Gus Van Sant, films like Elephant, Jerry, his recent film Promised Land. But I want to tell stories that have more of a social dialogue, and it really informs me, then hopefully informs someone else who may watch the film. I want to learn, so when I see someone else's story, I want to get involved in that story and understand. It's not about massively entertaining people, it's about telling real stories. And that's what we do at Good Work Productions.
Howdy folks, welcome back to the weekly training fandom show here in CKMS Sound FM 100.3 on the FM dial. And basically tuning in for the first time, thank you very much. We usually broadcast every Tuesday 12 until 2 here on 100.3. And on top of all that, if you want to follow our crazy shenanigans, you can do such by basically dialing in on your favorite internet search browser, www.wtfshow.com/Facebook. Plus on top of that, you can always hear us through the station's website, which is www.soundfm.ca. Plus on top of that, you can always listen to our Rogers Television Network affiliate, which is 946. Plus on top of that, you can always see us live. And you can see us live at www.wtfshow.com/live, where you can see me and 2.0 and other stuff like that. So that being said, over the break we had here, which was Painkiller, what else we had there?
We had On to the Next One from Jay-Z, and we had Short Change Hero. It's the Borderlands 2 theme.
There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So that being said, my friends who are listening to us today, we're going to be talking about some movie stuff. So,
movie stuff.
How is movie stuff on your end, 2.0?
Movie stuff on my end.
Yes.
This weekend to me was, it was Kick-Ass.
Really? Interesting.
It was Kick-Ass.
That kicks ass.
It kicks ass. It definitely kicks ass. In comparison to the comics, it's definitely a better run through than second.
Really? That's good.
It's a nice progression of the actual story in comparison to a certain earlier movie in the summer that goes by the name of Into the Darkness.
Awesome.
It actually progresses characters rather than regresses them.
I see. In the Darkness, what movie was that?
Wait, there was a movie?
I know, you said it. In the Darkness.
Star Trek.
There was a Star Trek movie this summer?
Yeah, there was a Star Trek movie this summer.
Really? This summer?
Well,
or was it last summer?
Yeah, it was this summer.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It seems so long ago.
Well, see,
it feels so long ago we could get away with certain plot points in certain movies. As an example, I think of Star Trek V, Save the Whales, whatever that was.
Something about that line.
Something like that.
But considering the rest of our movie season has been amazing for us, I mean, not so good in the box office, but better for us.
Everything on paper seemed to be a bust this year.
Everything on paper seemed to be a bust.
As I said before, within the there's one magazine called Breakdown. We mentioned about the rise of the actual family movies.
The family movies,
and the demise of the actual super blockbuster.
Yeah, the family movies seem to be definitely taking over.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, getting back to Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass 2?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Really?
I would highly recommend going out and seeing it. I wouldn't say go for like the 3D. Go on like...
Maybe Cheapy Tuesday night?
Cheapy Tuesday night would be perfect. Today is Tuesday, so
support
go
your
catch it.
Exactly, so support your local independent theater. Go out to see Kick-Ass 2 is available. And the thing is, it would recommend IMAX or just regular viewing?
I would just recommend regular viewing.
Alright, that's cool. So basically, stay away from the IMAX, stay away from the 3D stuff. Basically, focus on the 2D stuff.
2D stuff.
Yeah, regular screen size.
3D's not gonna blow you away.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So, what other movie stuff do you have?
Other movie stuff do I have?
Yeah.
I think I'm fairly quiet
All
on
right,
the
I
movie
dig it.
section.
I dig it. I haven't watched a lot of movies. I said before, we're
Yeah.
talking about actually finding a place within the region, which seems to be extremely difficult. Almost out of reach. It's like, oh my gosh.
Almost
really?
out of reach.
So, with that being said, let's hop in the top 5 movies of the weekend.
Top 5.
And speaking of Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass 2 came in, opened this weekend. It came in, ready for this, $13.3 million. That is a very low.
That's
very,
a
very
low opening.
Exactly, and also the thing is, that talking about decimal points, also opening up this weekend, Disney/Pixar's Horrible Trainwreck, which is basically a carbon copy of a fantastic.
Horrible Trainwreck.
Exactly.
Is this the Lone Ranger?
This is not the Lone Ranger.
This is not the Lone Ranger.
Pixar 3D animation. This is actually Planes,
Okay.
which is a ripoff of Cars. As far as I'm concerned, I'm surprised to see it in the top 4. I was hoping that it actually get a real good punch in the head. But ever since it's coming in at number 4 for a Pixar film, I think this is the best punching they could possibly get. You ready for this? Came in at $13.4 million.
Really?
So the thing is, Kick-Ass at 13.3, Planes at 13.4. And then basically coming in at number 3, basically down from number 1. This is the only movie that's actually available from last week, believe it or not.
Yep.
Is Elysium.
Elysium.
Yep, basically coming in at, again, $13.7 million. So I found it to be very interesting.
Small incremental jumps.
Exactly. So basically we got 2 movies opening up, and we have 1 movie that came down from the number 1 spot to the number 3 spot. Plus on top of that, the new, I guess you could say, slapstick comedy called We Are the Millers that also opened this weekend at number 2. Came in. Now this is where things start jumping and get a little more teeth behind it at $18 million. And of course the Oprah Winfrey
movie
called The Butler. Came
Butler.
in at $24.6 million. And as far as an actual summertime blockbuster films go for the top 5, this is really bad. This is bad.
This is not good.
Exactly. Like basically last week, let me just grab my notes here. Things opened up last week was basically, let me look here. Piercy and the Sea of Monsters, followed by Planes. Oh, that went down from number.
Okay.
Sorry, that actually went down.
It didn't open this week.
It didn't open last weekend. That's my mistake. So basically, Planes opened up last week at number 3. This weekend stays in the top 5 at number 4. And basically, The Millers at number 2. That stayed at number 2, which is fantastic. And Elysium went from 1 to 3. There we go. So. Yeah, so this is really bad.
It's been a bad summer for the blockbusters.
It's so bad I can't even compare my notes properly. That's how bad this is.
It's that bad.
And we have Oprah Winfrey on your show. You're guaranteed number 1 spot. But even with that, basically Elysium opened up at $29.8 million, which is fairly small for a North American box office release. And the thing is, for The Butler to open up at 24.6, that's even smaller, and that has like Oprah Winfrey power behind it. So, so even the power of Oprah Winfrey is
the only thing to pay attention to, I guess, this blockbuster summer period is the overseas numbers.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
That will definitely change everything.
Oh yeah, no, that completely goes without saying. Like as an example, for the weekend of July 23rd, The Conjuring opened at $41.9 million. And then basically Despicable Me was in the top 1 spot for at least 3 weeks and averaging at $43 million.
43,
so we're
out about 10, just over 10 mil.
Exactly. Like as an example, Monsters Inc. Opened up.
Man of Steel was still pulling in.
Oh yeah, exactly.
When it was on the list.
Exactly. Monsters University's opened up at 20. No, sorry, I said 20. I meant
60.
$82 million.
82 mil.
Which is like holy snackies. And then basically the week after that again, when we had Monsters University again there, when we had Despicable Me rolling in, basically opened up again at $82.5 million. So the thing is that coming from that to The Butler, which is opening up at 24.6 mil, that is a huge deficit. So we apologize for being a little cumbersome with our actual notes here, but hopefully people who are listening to us can actually understand what's going on with that.
Fair enough.
So that being said, let's move into. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Before we wrap that up, almost forgot here.
Cool.
Basically, 3 movies are opening up to keep an eye on.
3 movies.
Grandmaster's opening up. Plus on top of that, You're Next and The World's End.
World's End.
So
no,
basically,
that's a movie to see.
Yep.
That's the movie to see.
Exactly, especially when you can't find a place to live. So with all that being said, my friends, please keep in mind today is Cheapy Tuesday. So go on out and support your local independent theater, because obviously the big box office theaters don't need it. And also please vote with your money, because we are keeping an eye on it, and this does speak volumes on what Hollywood produces next. So, with that being said, let's move into some TV stuff, man.
TV stuff.
How is TV stuff in your end? I barely caught Dexter.
You barely caught Dexter.
Barely
Okay.
caught it.
Dexter. Let's just start off with Dexter.
right.
Then anyway.
Very, very solid.
Dexter. Wow. That very, very good. Very good.
Excellent.
One of the best episodes that I've seen thus far in the season.
Yep. Led us in a whole different direction. Sort of came back to what we predicted.
Yeah, it definitely brought us back to what we predicted.
Yeah.
What was it? Adora and I pretty much sat on it day one.
Yeah.
This is the person that is the brain surgeon.
Yeah.
We pretty much confirmed that at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll probably try and spin it back to us a different way, but no, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
I find it interesting that Deb has finally let go of Hannah.
That was interesting.
That was
That was even more interesting, finding a dead kid in your favorite comfy chair in front of your computer.
yeah.
With a piece of his brain melon balled out. So, you know what I'm learning from Dexter? Do not give little ladies melon ball turner thingies.
Yeah.
Because they'll scoop your brain out. And a nice melon ball thing and put it for help.
Yeah, that sounds about it.
Brain. But anyways, yeah, interesting twist. It looks like Deb has finally let go.
Yeah.
But, however, it'd be interesting how she takes this particular letting go. Is this like, I'm letting go to come back and do a full circle with my car and hit you with it? Or is it like, I am getting on board for what you and Dexter are doing? Since you're a psychopath, I'm a psychopath. I now understand a little bit better where you're coming from, because heaven forbids my adopted brother has killed psychos for me and then completely incinerated them and everything else like that.
Yep. I can definitely see that going in a fairly decent direction. As much as it's also closing off and we're getting to the end.
Yeah.
I'm kind of... My fingers go away from this a lot.
Yeah, me too. It almost looked like he might die in some sort of supposedly explosion or something like that type of thing. And hopefully at the end they'll have that Dark Knight Rises ending when he's like in a cafe and Alfred looks at him and sees him because he knew he got away. But yeah, man, no.
I would also like to... along with that, I would also love to see the happy ending of from the first season. They finished off the season with him walking into work and having like huge parade, confetti thrown in the air.
Yeah,
it's like, thank you, Dexter, for what you're doing. Make our world a better place. I would love that to be the closing out.
That'd be funny. But how did you catch the sneak preview at the end of it?
I did catch the sneak preview.
Looks like Deb comes back to the Force.
Deb comes back to the Force,
which is interesting. Which I think is I never bought Deb as being in the position that she was in. I did not really buy that, just because of her outlook on how life is, on how she actually, integrates with people, stuff like that. I never really bought that, but her as an actual detective, I could see that, kind of. But it's a lot. It's a smaller leap of I don't want to say faith, but it's a smaller leap than actually seeing her being like the head honcho, if you know what I mean.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Beyond that, Under the Dome.
How is that?
Under the Dome, we've got some better turns. It's actually getting more interesting. We've gone away from the Scooby-Doo adventures of Who Done It and where did the creepy thing go?
Yep. Creepy thing go.
Where did the creepy thing go? That's pretty much what the last two episodes were. But this one, actually, we've advanced our plot line on how the psychotic Junior has kept his ex-girlfriend in the bunker.
Okay.
Underneath this dome, because he figured the bunker will protect you from everything that happens.
Awesome.
But I'm going to chain you to this bed that's here.
Okay.
And you're not going to see...
We're not suggesting anything with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. So,
I would chain my girlfriend to the bed because she may go crazy in today's society and start killing people. But that's me protecting society firmly. But, however, in this Under the Dome thing...
It's actually...
Was it better? Is it getting better?
It's essentially been a roller coaster of okay, we're on like the really high-end roller coaster. No, now we're on the little wooden kiddie roller coaster. Now we're on the steel one again.
I think it. And then pretty soon you'll be on that. Your roller coaster has no track at all. It's just over your head.
Yeah,
snap off and fly off into the parking lot.
I'm expecting that to happen, but we'll see.
Okay, that's cool.
Another thing that I'm interesting, I know it's done for the season. I just jumped into Orphan Black.
Okay.
And I kind of blitzed on it last night and went through like 6 episodes all at once.
Awesome. That's why you're late today.
This is why I'm late today.
Yep.
This is why I'm late today.
It's all good.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like the turns. I really love the diverse characters that the main actress has to play.
That's it.
It's wow.
That's cool.
This is something that I've wanted to do for a while.
Awesome. So with that being said, we got about 15 minutes left in our show, so let's take a bit of a break. We'll come back with some other stuff, and we'll wrap up our show.
Sounds good to me.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.